Hello there, this is Seamus from Zebrium, and today I'm going to be showing you how to deploy a Zebrium log collector for Kubernetes. For this demonstration, I'm going to be using a cluster running EKS, but the process is pretty much the same everywhere. And I'm going to be using Helm, and the Helm command that we need is actually provided within the Zebrium admin portal, so it's going to be a very straightforward, simple copy and paste kind of demonstration today. So let's take a look at what we're working with. This is Weaveworks Sock Shop, and this is a very simple demo application just to show what a example microservice application can look like. This is the cluster that we're running it on, and these are our Sock Shop pods. So all these pods are generating logs. I want those logs. So I'm going to deploy a collector to grab those. So I'm just going to go to, this is the Zebrium.com homepage. I'm just going to sign in. This is pretty much a brand new account. I just made this recently, so there's no logs in here yet. And I'm going to do this with setting up a log collector Kubernetes. And here's the command that I need. There's one small detail here. There's two optional parameters here at the very end. And let's take a closer look at what this looks like. So when I zoom in a little bit, we have Zebrium time zone and Zebrium deployment service group. What these optional parameters are doing for time zone is pretty much self-explanatory. If you want to overwrite what time zone their logs are stamped with, then you can have that opportunity here. If you don't provide this parameter, then we're just going to simply default to whatever the hosting server's time zone is, and that's generally fine for most applications. So you don't want to leave this as Kubernetes host time zone. You just want to overwrite this with an actual time zone code, or you just want to remove it entirely, which is what I'm going to be doing today. The other parameter here is Zebrium Deployment Service Group. So this is really handy if you have multiple applications running within the same cluster and you want to be able to differentiate which logs are coming from which application. In our case today, the only application that I have running is Sock Shop, so I don't want to do that today. So I'm going to remove that command too. So when I paste this in, I'm going to go ahead and backspace over this. And I'm just going to hit enter. And now our log collector should be getting installed right now. Perfect. That looks like a success. So there's a couple of ways that we can check to make sure that this worked. One way, if we go back to Lens, I can actually scroll down and, oh look, there's a Zebrium namespace that just got created. And now there's a brand new pod in here called log collector. That looks very promising. So now, for final confirmation, I can actually go back to Zebrium.com and I can go to my ingest history. And this is probably going to take about a minute or so, so I'm just going to wait for this to start showing us some history. All right, looks like we have some logs. That took about 3-4 minutes, and it looks like we have data that is making it into Zebrium from our log collector that we just deployed. The next step that we recommend is that you integrate Zebrium with your monitoring tool. If you use any major monitoring platforms such as Datadog, Grafana, New Relic, or the like, set up as a snap, and guided installation is available at Zebrium.com. In the meantime, now that logs are streaming in, just sit back, relax, and when there's a problem, Zebrium will create a suggested alert with details of the root cause that it finds in the logs.